committed. That's Jill is. I just saw a post by her, and it is so cool to see her commit. We're going to talk about that, what she's actually committed to in a minute.
How committed are you to what you say and what you want is the question.
Ooh, that's good. That's a question. So, welcome to Coffee with Ken.
Yes.
We are here with Ken Brown. He is CEO of Destiny Global. And we've got Butch McCracken. He's general manager. And I'm Dr. April Brown, executive vice president of coaching here at Destiny Global.
Yes,
and
you are.
That's what we're talking about. Like, it's so important that you actually have commitment, that you commit to something. And so many times we make commitments to other people or other things, but not really to ourselves and our own growth. And it's so important that we make a commitment.
Yes.
So what has kind of been a time that you have seen where that was the difference? Really making the commitment. And what does that mean to make a commitment? Because some people think that that's just, saying it. I'm committed to that. But what does true commitment take and mean?
It means your words are followed by action. No action, it's just simply words. And words don't change things unless there's action put behind them.
Yeah, I know for myself, coming to mind is the example when I trained for my first marathon like 12 years ago. I wasn't a committed individual. I was overweight, out of shape, and loved to eat. And I still love to eat, but now I'm okay with that. But then someone started to work with me as far as running, putting their time and effort into it. And I committed to it because I wanted to honor them. Still part of me was, if someone's going to pour into me, I need to make the commitment to be honoring to them. So, it kind of gave me a foundation to build upon with that commitment, and then building the habit and doing the things requested. But the commitment began with the commitment to that individual for accountability, for direction, and for honor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that is an important part of it, is really realizing what your why is. Because what motivates. It doesn't have to be like that. Is kind of a noble of wanting to honor, but it doesn't have to be like that. It's like what motivates. Getting yourself to understand what your why is, what motivates you.
Yep.
What you're going to be motivated, and then make that commitment to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. It could have been that you wanted to look good in a swimsuit. Still a motivation.
Quite possibly.
Just not the European swimsuits,
Yeah,
okay?
no.
We just have limits on what it is. But for you and me, it's been a commitment for this company, for Destiny Global, and the things that we've had to do. It's required action. If we have not taken action, there would be no company. There would be no events. There would be no things around it. So there's been a lot of action put to that commitment all the way around.
Yeah.
And that is very true. More today than even day one, because it takes a lot more energy as you get things turning and going and starting to grow. It takes time, energy, and effort, and focus. And that's what you and I are having to do. And that's what we are doing.
Yeah, it is. That is with anything, like you said, with exercise, eating right, or whether it's building a business, building a new business from nothing. We have so many clients that, have built businesses and made a commitment and then never even started a business before. But they committed to it and are like growing.
Exactly.
Because of their commitment to
Yes.
learn and to grow how to do that business, because it's just taking the first step of commitment and then taking action on it.
Yeah. You
So
said
good.
first step, and they did learn that at first steps. very true, at their conference.
That's
And
right.
that's where things begin to happen as you begin to realize, as you're sitting in those seats and you're processing through, what am I going to do different? What needs to change in me to hit my goals? And it's always going to result in some form of action. It's going to result in a action-based list of things that you're going to change, things you're going to do different, things that you weren't doing that you should have been doing, things that you may not have known that you needed to be doing that you start doing. It results in change. There is no change if there's no change.
So true. So
Mhm.
true. And then we have seen that just recently with a post of one of our
Mm-hmm.
clients, longtime client family.
Yes,
And
our very own Jill Lynn,
mhm,
and her commitment to break some habits that she didn't like that she was forming in her life that
mhm.
did not align with her long-term goals, and not only speaking it but then telling other people about it to hold her
Hold her
accountable.
accountable.
That is some boldness right
Yeah,
there. Way to go,
that
Jill.
is.
Just jumping in with
Mhm.
both feet and getting because when you post that, everybody then can see it, all of your 10,000 friends.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's
Yes.
inspiring because
Yes.
especially knowing her personality is not
Mm-hmm.
All
one
right.
to be that bold to even go post that and ask for that accountability. So for her to do that, it's very inspiring. I don't
It
think
is.
we realize how inspiring we can be in those things. Sometimes we think it's the action afterward or the end result or the when we get to that goal.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's just like stepping out and being bold, asking for accountability. This is what I want to change. Like it inspires other people to say, you know what, I may need to work on that too, and I need
Mhm.
to commit to something too. And it can inspire. It definitely inspired me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really cool. Way to
True.
go, Jill.
Way to go, Jill.
Nice job.
Well, I mean, it's something when you know that you need to break habits, but then take the action to start breaking them and then communicate it. That's a bold move.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's actually for her to get to work on time, and we all can, like, many of us can struggle with that. We have several people that we
Mm-hmm.
work with that is some of their struggle is getting to places on time and learning to honor, as you just said, you were wanting to honor who had signed up to work with you, and they were giving their time, and you wanted to honor that time, and learning to
Yes.
honor people's time. It's
So true.
something
so
that
very true.
many of us can need to work on. Sometimes that can be a struggle. So
But commitment is shown through actions, not through words.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
it's so true.
It is the only. We know that in our life in so many areas when someone's working through change in their life in hard situations, and they say in the
Mhm.
words, but the actions aren't following it, then they're not really changing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so important that you do the follow through, that you follow
Yeah.
your words with actions,
Mm-hmm.
because that's also what builds trust in others around you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so true.
Yep.
So true. And how you can learn these skills and have people around you that actually, because even Jill stepping out, she trusted people to know that they were going to hold her accountable,
Mhm.
but in a way that is not overbearing and like, oh my gosh, you didn't do that. It's people that surround, that want you to succeed, and
Yep.
then give you the tools and give you the training to help you to succeed. And if you've ever really thought, like, there's something more for me, I really want to succeed, but I don't know
Mhm.
the steps to take to start a business or
Yep.
to grow my income or to pay off debt or help in my relationships, this is where you need to go. First Steps to Success. It
Yep.
is in
Dallas, Texas, January 31st through February 2nd, 2025. And
that's
and
right. How
it's
to
at the Hilton
start-
Hotel that we were at before. So it's time to
Yeah.
get going, man. It's going to be a great event. And we would love to see you there. Why? Because it's time to kick off the year right. But by the way, there's things that you can do between now and then to get plugged in. We have so many things to do on our Facebook page, on destinyglobal.com.
Follow
on-
on the Facebook
yes.
page. We have
Success
success
tips.
We have drops of life in our life map
Yes.
that we also have. Where is a subscription where you just press play every day for like 15 minutes with
Press
incredible
play
trainers
every day.
that help you to reprogram your
Mhm.
brain and your mind to think differently, to think about
Yeah.
how to be successful, because
you-
sometimes we just don't have
Yeah.
the knowledge that we need to be successful. So those are some tools, but we do have and as we're sitting here talking
Yep.
about action and commitment, oftentimes in the new year we make these New Year's resolutions. and you might be like, well, that's in January, I'll wait till then. No, like, make your commitment today. Like that you're
Exactly.
going to do that in January.
Yeah.
There's a link below. Get your ticket today. Get your reservation so that you can start today in making that commitment
Absolutely.
for what you're going to do in January. It doesn't start in January last minute and then you're like, well, I'm going to get my ticket. No, it starts with a commitment.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
start growing right now.
Mhm.
And by the way, for those of you that are clients and have already attended First Steps, there is a Creating a Dynasty coming up in Houston, Texas that you do
Mhm.
not want to miss. That event is followed by our Destiny Global Gala that is going to be absolutely amazing. We've already announced that Helen Smallbone, the mother of Rebecca St. James, and King and Country will be our keynote speaker with her special guest, her husband, David, which both were the stars. The whole movie about
Yeah.
unsung heroes about them and the
It's
journey.
exciting.
It's absolutely insane what's going to be happening
And
at this
it all
event.
goes to the
Benefiting King's Ransom
the
Foundation.
proceeds go to benefit King's Ransom Foundation. 100% goes to the poor, the widow, the orphan.
That's right.
And so we have a lot of things going on. That's towards the end of the year.
It's December 6th through 8th in Houston,
Yes.
Texas.
So that is, yes, if you have not been to First Steps to Success, we want you to get your ticket for that. And then you can be eligible to go to next year's Creating a Dynasty.
That's
but
right.
those who have already been to First Steps, Creating a Dynasty, we would love to see you there. It is going to the next level. This is going to be
Oh.
one of the best. If you've gone to multiple First Steps but never been to Creating a Dynasty, oh my gosh.
Step
You
in.
need
You gotta
to
be there.
experience
Yeah,
a Creating
you
a Dynasty.
have to be there.
at a whole
Exactly
different
right,
level.
Butch.
So
Step
we're
in.
so excited.
Yes, we are.
Exciting times. Exciting the rest of the year going into January of 2025. This
It's
is
time
going
to roll.
be blasting off.
So
Yeah.
good.
Blasting off in Houston. at
That's
Creating
right.
Dynasty.
Yes,
Yes.
NASA. We have
Anyway.
we don't have a problem. We got the answers. Here we go.
Anyway, thanks for joining us on this episode of Coffee with Ken. All the things we talked about, links are below. Check it out. Go to
Absolutely.
our website. We love to see you there. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Coffee with Ken.
Have a great day.
See you, gang.